Mr. Gulen, thank you so much for joining us.
Ben teşekkür ederim.
I do thank you.
Let me ask you about the coup. The Prime Minister of Turkey has now officially said that there is a direct connection between you personally and the people who plotted the coup in Turkey. What is your response?
İmkan varsa bu meseleyi arka planıyla görmek için uluslararası...
Let an international organization investigate this matter in depth. If there is anything I told anyone about this verbally, if there is any phone conversation, if 1/10 of this accusation is correct in fact, I will bend my neck and will say, they are telling the truth, let them take me away, let them hang me. But I am talking with certainty. I have neither talked a word to anyone, nor did I say anything to anyone on the phone. Now, in the background, there could be naive people tricked who are sympathetic to you or appear to be sympathetic with you in this situation, or pressured to say things with promise of a reward.
Bunları da bilemiyorum. Bunlar hakkında bir şey söyleyeyim.
I don't know, and I won't be able to say anything about them.
Kararın en önemli delillerinden bir tanesi...
However, one of the most important proofs of a hastily made decision is the fact that the day after the event, thousands of people were fired from their jobs. This clearly shows that they have been labeled previously and they needed a scenario for such operations. Common sense and good conscience tells this as such.
The Prime Minister and people around him have now made a very specific charge, which is that the coup plotters captured the chief of staff, the army chief of staff, and that he was told that he could be put directly in touch with you and you would persuade him to support the coup. Is that true? Did you have a message out to the army chief of staff, or did you offer in some way to talk to the army chief of staff?
Estağfurullah. Estağfurullah. Ben Genelkurmay Başkanı ile görüşmem oldu.
Seeking forgiveness from God. If I talk to Joint Chief of Staff, one should ask him, did he talk to you on the phone? Did he send you a message via someone? Or did he send you a written and signed document? I only know him from distance. As far as I know him from a distance, he's a man of integrity. I don't think he would say anything contrary to truth.
Bu açıdan da o meseleyi arka planıyla herhalde ona sormak daha uygun olacaktır.
In this respect, one should ask him this matter directly to him, with its entire background, and if there is such a scenario, and if somebody were tricked into saying something to him, it should be investigated.
But who do you think organized this coup?
Bazılarına göre bunu...
According to some, the ultranationalists have planned this and they put some religious-appearing people at the front in order to demonize them, with the idea that such a scenario would receive grassroots public acceptance. Some said so. In fact, the president himself said, "This has been a godsend for us. From now on, we can do whatever we want, easily, etc."
You think Erdogan may have secretly planned this coup himself?
Öyle bir iddiada bulunmak...
I would consider such a claim a slander. That is, even if he were my arch enemy wanting to drink my blood, I would submit myself to God before I make such an accusation, knowing that I am accountable to God.
But you don't deny that many of the people involved may have been sympathetic to you and your ideas.
Belki işlerinde öyle sempati duyan...
There might have been some sympathetic people among them. I would consider them to be betraying the nation. I would consider them to be disrespectful of my long-time ideas, basic thoughts. Because in every coup d'etat, I, the poor, have been adversely affected. I have always been against coups, since I have spent my entire life with coups and pressures. I had the opinion that nothing good would come out of coups. Coups would divide, separate, disintegrate, and make people enemy of each other. This animosity would also affect future generations, just like it is in Turkey now. In this regard, as the common sense requires, I have always been against coups and I curse them. I would curse people who resort to coups against democracy, liberty, republic. This is my general opinion.
İnsanları telin ederim. Genel düşüncem bu.
Of Pennsylvania. The government charges that you have created a parallel state, that you have these network of schools that brainwash people, that you have people within the bureaucracy who are sympathetic to you, that you have people in the judiciary who are sympathetic to you, that you have people in the army who are sympathetic to you, and that this creates a danger to the Turkish state. What is your response?
Evet, bir milletin kendi...
Yes, it is completely natural for people of a nation to be appointed in positions in their own institution. This is to say that they are a part of Turkish nation and they see themselves as a part of Turkish nation. They see themselves as Anatolian people. We are all Anatolian people. This country also belongs to those who have sympathy for yours truly as much as it belongs to others. Whether I know them or not is another issue. I cannot know who has been appointed in which position.
But just to be clear, the claim of the government is that you have all these people who are in the military and the bureaucracy and the judiciary. They are loyal to you, and that at your urging, at your direction, they are trying to destabilize the Erdogan government. You say no.
Böyle bir şey olduğunu ihtimal vermiyorum. Biraz evvel arz ettiğim gibi.
I don't think it is possible.
Meseleyi öyle senarize.
As I have just mentioned, some people stage a scenario, then someone who is seemingly a fan has led some people into this. It looks more like a Hollywood movie than a military coup. It seems something like a stage scenario. It is understood from what it is seen that they prepared the ground to realize what they have already planned. I'm cautious to say that I think I am not jumping to a conclusion. I am not making a definitive statement. This is what it seems like happening.
There's a poll out, an opinion poll in Turkey. It says a majority of people believe that you are behind the coup, and a majority of people, a very large majority, believe you should go back to Turkey and be tried. How does that make you feel?
Zorlu. Şimdi bütünüyle esas muhalif düşünen medyanın sesi...
When the oppositional media is totally silenced and not a single one is left, and they are in control of all media organizations and voice the same claims again and again through radio, television, newspapers and magazines, it is a natural result that there is such a public opinion at the moment.
Would you be willing to go back to Turkey?
Burada şimdi Türkiye'ye geri gitmek meseleyi bir yönüyle daha içinden çıkılmaz.
Going back to Turkey would complicate the issue even more so and turn it into an impossible problem to solve. They will do whatever it takes. But if they could provide evidence for 1/10 of what they have been claiming and take me back by force, there is not much I can say about this. What matters is whether or not they can do this by means of law, and I don't think this will happen with the will of God.
What is your message to President Erdogan?
I only pray that he would not go to the presence of God with all these sins he committed.
Mr. Gulen, thank you so much.
Estağfurullah. Ben teşekkür
Not at all. I would like to thank you. They have come all the way. Maybe I might have hurt them with my inappropriate words, so I apologize.
İncitmişimdir. Ondan dolayı özür dilerim.